Hello. The following video will be about Final Fantasy XV's PS5 version, specifically what is playable on the PlayStation 5. As you can see before you, I am testing the various modes. Back when it released in 2016, the PlayStation 4 Pro came out. It had a feature that allowed for HighMode, LiteMode, and SteadyMode. The intentions of these modes were to hit higher frame rates or higher resolutions, but due to the power of the console, you couldn't truly hit 4K, nor could you hit a locked 60 frames per second. Digital Foundry covered this version. However, many people would argue that the ideal target would be to aim for 60 frames per second. Unbeknownst to them, however, Digital Foundry would poorly do a job of covering this aspect of the game. Even on the PlayStation 5, when they revisited it, they still failed to cover what was missing. You see, a massive part of the Final Fantasy XV experience is drinking in the world and experiencing much of its lavish presentation. In order to achieve 60 frames per second, they seemingly turned down various, if not many, of the in-game physics simulations for things that are, for those things, you can see they are the hair and the jackets. Those are those examples that can be immediately tested. Others, I cannot test. There's too many examples to hunt down in the game. This one is the easiest to find early on. As you can see, when entering LiteMode, the game's jacket physics and hair physics become more limp, even when a massive gust of wind is right direct in front of the character. For a first-time playthrough, I would never recommend you play this game at the 60 frames per second mode, because a core part of the experience will be lost. For revisits, if you wish to choose 60 frames per second in the light mode, that's fine. But I would also recommend avoiding high mode. This is mostly due to the fact that it has several discrepancies and issues that happen throughout the experience. This mostly was covered by Digital Foundry.
Any plan of attack? Plow right through. Here we are. No suckers.
I think Digital Foundry did a poor job. They had various opportunities to test the entire game on steady mode and high mode, but only chose to play primarily in light mode and occasionally toggle over to the other modes. They never spotted these oddities and discrepancies. Many people don't even notice this is a thing. Many of the coverage on YouTube outside of Digital Foundry is the same. No one points out that the intended in-game visual physics are heavily reduced, if not completely removed. This is unacceptable. While it would be ideal for a patch to come back for this game to stabilize the frame rate and reactivate the simulations, as it stands, even on PlayStation 5, you're probably at your best playing this game at its original 1080p mode at 30 frames per second. I made this video so that people could make a more informed decision in the future. Hopefully, this was helpful to many people and newcomers to Final Fantasy XV, or people revisiting it from the original base PS4 or PS4 Pro. If you can, share this video around so that many others can be informed on these discrepancies. This video is meant to be a documentation for all future players. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. This is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, and I don't love having to tell you avoid playing at 60 frames per second. I understand it is the most desired option, but here it's unacceptable on PlayStation 5 and future PlayStation consoles. Unless it gets a patch, Square Enix, so let them know.
Well, here we are.